kute nga kibiyaga kunta legera bitadelero enzige zali zagalwa ng'omulabe yasize ebisoto katiraba bambe mukama mputa obuwanguzi zitade mukama sumulude sikyali musibe biwadende engege zitade mukama sumulude sikyali musibe
the chains are falling. Bamusibe obwavu, bamusibe obwokubula, bamusibe obwonaku. Amanzi mulude.
Pulira, the chains are no more. It's my time, sekere sitani, kube indegere esyansibe. It's my time to conquer. Hello, Bambude. Mukama sumulude. Sichari musibe. Niwadende. Engegere sichade. Mukama sumulude. Sichari musibe. Niwadende. Kuwambe wadembe embera y'obusibelero isibuke embera y'okukaba amaziga ekomyelero okugaga n'okusinda mukama kumponyeze mukama sumulude sikyali musibe
Yesu yebazibwe abooluganda, Yesu yebazibwe. Musibye mutya nate era olwaleero mbaaniriza ku lutimbe ggagadde Bigo TV. Mwebale kwekuumirako, mwebale kubeera part of this bigger next generation. Olunaku olwaleero kumyewo nate amanya gange nze Kibira Arnold tuddeweera mu programu eno ey'obulamu. Olunaku olwaleero mwekumyewo era twogereko ku nsonga zaffe ez'obulamu. So gwoba okyali eyo ng'olina ekibadde kikusibye, gamba munno nti programu yaffe ey'obulamu etuuse eyingiddewo. Nga tetunaba kutandika ku programu eno, nsaba mbaanirize mwenna mwanirize abo mikwano byonna abali ewala nti bajje benga programu yaffe eno olunaku olwaleero. Olunaku olwaleero lwa Monday ennaku z'omwezi 17 ngenda kutandika na bulangu butonotono. Big God Church wamu n'abasumba baffe tutegese kye tuyita worship night experience last Friday of this month of August. Zijja kuba ennaku z'omwezi 28. Bambi tolutumira muntu yenna, jangu obeerewo. Ennaku z'omwezi 28 omwezi guno lujja kuba Lwakutaano, wiiki ejja ku Lwokutaano tugenda kubeera ne worship experience. You're going to experience what comes out of worship. Jangu yita baganda bo, yita mikwano gyo, buli muntu agenda kubeerawo, church zonna zigenda kubeerawo. Tugenda kusinziza wamu, tukowole obwengula nga tusinza. Okusinza kukola ebintu bingi, nnyo mu bulamu bwaffe. Naye nsaba buli omu abutegeeze munne nti waliwo worship experience ku Big God Church nga 28 omwezi guno gwennyini. Akyo kato kye tetukyalanga na 28, mugambe ku Lwokutaano olujja. Church zonna zigenda kubeerawo, abasinza bonna ab'enjawulo mu Istanbul mugenda kubalabako mu kifo kino. Bambi awulidde tegeeza omulala, muleme kukola ki? Kubulawo. Olunaku lwaleero nga tetunaba kweyongerayo, njagala okubajjukiza nti programu eno ey'obulamu ebeerawo buli lwa Monday ssaawa 3 paka ssaawa 4 nga twogera ku nsonga ez'obulamu bwaffe n'ebintu byonna ebikwatagana n'ensonga zaffe ez'obulamu. Tineno TV tuyamba nnyo ku bintu eby'omwoyo, naye ate tutuyina tukwatako ne ku bintu eby'omubiri, kubanga omwoyo gwaffe ogwo tusalirawo ebintu mu mubiri guno nagwo tulina ogukumanga guli healthy. So in all ways emibiri gyaffe gyetaaga okuba nagyo nga mirungi. So tugezaako okulaba nga tulaba nti emibiri gyaffe nagyo tegitukola ki, tegiyisibwa bubi. Nga wabaawo ekizibu tusobola okugenda tunoonya obujjanjabi ng'obudde bukyali. So kati ekiriwo twogera ku bulamu bwaffe, twogera ku ndwadde ez'enjawulo, ne tubawo obubonero bwazo, engeri y'okuzigemamu, engeri y'okuzitegeeramu, oba obubonero mu obujja nga tusobola kubutegeera nti bwa bulwadde gundi, n'otuuka mu ddwaliro omusawo n'akunnyonnyola kuba baba n'obudde butono olw'ensonga taba ne layini nnene, nga omanyi naawe ku ki kye bagenda okujjanjabako, noba nga lisiti okola ki, tobeera ogamba nti omusawo teyannyonnyodde simanyi kinnuma biki, nga ne bwakunnyonnyola ayina waatandikira ku ggwe naawe oba olina kyokoze ki, kyotegeddemu. Kati kingezaako okubagamba nti bambi programu eno gwagiraba sharinga oyitamu nno, kubanga egenda kuyamba ffenna. Olunaku lwaleero tugenda kwogera ku kye bayita viral fever. Viral fever gwe musujja gwe twandiise omusujja oguleetebwa viral infections. When you get a viral infection, chances are high that you get a fever. Naye fevers zino si presenting nti omuntu agenda mu ddwaliro ne bamugamba nti olina omusujja. Omusujja si gwansi. Lumanyi abantu abamu ffe abava mu Africa tuwooza buli musujja guba gwansi. Olina nakubira nti nagenze mu ddwaliro bangambye nina omusujja, ate musawo wangamba nina infection. Kati omusujja ne infection ng'olaba tebirina ebikwatagana. Yes, most infections, especially viral infections, zireeta fever. So today we are going to look at this viral fever, how it presents. Kubeera ebeeranga normal fever, naye just mu slight changes nti guli ogw'ensirifu ogwaffe gwe tutera okulowoozaako ennyo malaria tujjamu kwona ku maaso eyo. Gu presenting similar to this one, but wabeerawo some differences. Bw'otunuulira nti no variety of infections zisobola okuleeta viral fever, naye ate muna ekikwonza ku viral fever nti oluusi asobola n'okugenda nga tofunye eddagala. Asobola okugenda nga tokoze eki, tofunye eddagala. So okuva ku flu oba kye twandiise ssenyiga okutuuka ku viral infections endala zonna zisobola okuleeta omusujja ogwo. So okuleeta ogwo omusujja gwe tugenda okwogera ku bino. So guno omusujja bagupima nga body temperature eri above 37. Kumanyi no body temperature eri ku 37 degrees Celsius. So temperature wesukka waawo omuntu ng'ayokyanga pass around 38, 39, 40 tuguyita nti gubeera musujja. Naye kati guno omusujja oba olina okugenda ne ba establishing a cause of that fever, because not every fever is a viral fever, not every fever is malaria. That is why kirungi nnyo ne tuba nga tugenda muki malwaliro ne tubaako bitukola ki ne twebuuza ku basawo ne twebuuza basawo ne twongera okumanya ne batukebera ne tufuna obujjanjabi nga tutegedde ddala ekituluma. Kati era twagala kutegeeza nti symptoms oba obubonero bwa viral fever bufaanana butya. Abasinga ku bonna ffenna tulabye ku musujja guno era tugitubaddekokko. Omuntu apresentinga ne chills, sweating, dehydration, headache, muscle aches and pain, abeera awulira weakness, talina appetite, era buno bwone obutera okubeerawo ennaku entonotono ekiseera ekisinga. Omuntu ayina omusujja otuulira okuyongobera muli, otuyanirira, bwe weebikuwulira otuyana, bwe weebikuwulira empewo kwegamba oli awo totegerekeka, oluusi otunya omubiri gulinga oguweddemu amazzi, omutwe gukulumiririra, ennyingo zikuluma, then owulira obunafu obutalina we buvudde n'okulya oba toyagala kulya. So ngezaako okulaga engeri omusujja guno gye gukola ki gye gupresentingamu, naye nga signs zino zisobola okuba ez'obulwadde obulala. However, ntino zipresentinze wano zikupresentingidde kuki ku viral fever, naye zisobola okubeera ez'obulwadde obulala. So kati tutegeera tutya nti this is viral fever? Awo bw'agira wali akokebera n'ogenda wa mu ddwaliro. Tino buli lw'oweekebeza oba n'ogenda n'olaba omusawo ozuula ekituufu. Fano kye tugezaako okulaga nti tukubira akafaananyi ne tukulaga ku birwadde eby'enjawulo engeri gye bipresentingamu, nti bw'otuuka omusawo n'agamba nti kino togamba ayi ate omusawo ekyo kivuddewo. At least obeera oyinako ku knowledge n'omanya nti kino nno kirabika kiri bwe kiti, olw'ensonga nakiwulirako gundi ng'akyogera. Kugamba n'oba nga tokwatibwa by surprise nti nno simanyi wa gye kivudde, oba ate oŋŋamba infection ate oŋŋamba fever, bikwataganya bino ebibeera birina connections. So viral fever zino zikozingibwa ka virus. Kuba ka virus kaba kawuka katono nnyo akayingira mu mubiri gwaffe ne keekubisaamu ne kamultiplyinga ne kaataakinga obuwuka obutafaali obulwanyisa endwadde mu mubiri gwaffe. So zino viruses we zijja zireeta okukyukakyuka mu mbeera y'ebbugumu ly'omubiri, that is temperatures. Era zireeta okuincreasing oba zireeta temperature y'omubiri okukola ki okulinnya. Oluusi ate mubaamuzi baleetera okuba nti nno temperature ebeera awo nga tetegeerekeka, nga teri nnomo. So engeri nnyingi omuntu gy'afunamu virus ng'era bwe tuzitwala mu programu ez'enjawulo, endwadde ez'enjawulo we zijja zikwatamu abantu bangi tusobola okufuna obulwadde obw'enjawulo. Onyizizza, okutte omuntu alina ssenyiga waakutte, obuwuka ne butambula, okutte musaayi gw'omuntu omulwadde. Virus zitambula mu ngeri nnyingi nnyo. Engeri gye tulabiriramu, ovudde emanju tonaabye, emanju osanze omuntu alina we yakutte, alina infection emu. So ebintu bino bikola ki? Bitambuza obuwuka buno. Obuwuka buno bwe butambula ne butuuka mu mubiri busobola okuleeta ki? Okuleeta obuzibu mu mubiri gwaffe. So okugamba engeri emu osobola okukwata ku surface omuntu wakutte n'alekawo obuwuka obwo, osobola okubusika mu nnyindo. Tugeze omuntu akolodde takutte ku mimwa, bw'akola obuwuka ne bujja ne bukuyingira, busobola okukozinga fever eno gye tuyita viral fever. Osobola okubuliira ku byokulya nga bwe nabalaga ku hepatitis ekika ekimu ekya enti nno bw'olya ebintu nga si byoze bulungi oba nga biri contaminated, amazzi ge babyozezaamu gali contaminated, oba okunywa amazzi nga gali contaminated, so contractinga a given type of hepatitis. Eyo nayo ngeri ndala yakukola ki? Yakufunamu obulwadde obwo. Bites, nga bw'olaba nti ebiwuka bituluma ne bireeta ki? Fevers, nga bw'olaba kati ensiri esobola okuluma n'ekuleetera obulwadde obwa malaria. So osobola wabeewo n'ebiwuka ebirala ennyo era ebisobola okuvaako. Kati wabeewo ebivaako dengue fever, rabies, kwava nti nno mbwa yeekuluma oba pusi bisobola okuleeta rabies. So bino ebintu bya njawulo naye bikaaringa oba bisobola okuvaako engeri ezimu omuntu gy'asobola okufunamu ki? Viral fever. Twogera ku viral fevers. Body fluid exchange, bino okwenywegera abantu abaagalana. So kiba kirungi nnyo ne muba nga mwekebeza wadde yes muli bafumbo oba muli mu courtship, biki exchange of saliva, body fluids during intercourse bibi nnyo era bireetera omuntu ogusobola okukola ki? Okutransportinga obuwuka obwo nekuyingira mu mubiri bwe bumala okuyingiramu ne bukozinga obulwadde. Then era ne some types of hepatitis zetwalabako ti waliwo exchange of fluids oba zitambulira mu fluids like blood products, then ne semen bisobola okutransportinga viruses. So zino zonna tunuulira ku ngeri ezimu obuwuka buno gye tusobola okufunamu obuleeta viral fever. Any viral infection can cause viral fever. That is in short. Any viral infection can cause that fever. So buno obulwadde bwa viral fever, how is it diagnosed? Viral fever is diagnosed esobola okubeera both bacterial or viral. Yes, it is called viral fever. Naye ne bacterial infection naye esobola okuleetera sometimes that fever. So tugidiagonizinga nti ogenda mu lab, omusawo ne bakuggyako omusaayi ne balaba ki ekivaako ki obulwadde obwo. Kati naddala ng'olina sore throat for example, baddira ne bateeka akaswab ne bakatwala mu lab for culture ne bakola ki ne beestablishing obuwuka obuleeta ki sore throat. Naddala eyijja nga tevaawo netuuka okuleetera olusujjasujja, bagenda mu lab ne bakola testing ne balaba ki ekivaako obulwadde obwo. Nagambye basobola okuggyako omusaayi, then ne other body fluids ne bakola certain markers okulaba nga bakola ki banoonya oba bakebera obulwadde obuba bukuluma. So in all viral fevers zino zisobola okuvaawo oluusi nga tezijjanjabiddwa, zisobola okuvaawo nga tezijjanjabiddwa, naye sandyagadde ate tweteeke mu mbeera eyo obulwadde okujja ne bubulira mu mubiri nga tebufunye kukola ki kujjanjabwa. Kati in most cases viral fevers are treated, tezirina specific treatment kubanga bwe ziba kasita kiri ekireese gundi okugambe olusinza okuva ku bacteria oba bacterial infections oba viral infections. Kati tezirina specific treatment tino bwe zifuna okujjanjaba nti ekirwadde ekizireese kijjanjabiddwa, at times zikola ki zigenda ng'ekireeta obuzibu kimaze okukola ki okukolebwako. So tezirina that specific treatment. Unlike bacterial infections, which these fevers are caused by the bacterial infection, basobola okuwaayo ki antibiotics. Naye nga tezirina that specific treatment. Kye tulina okukola era bwe tuzisanga ng'olina that viral fever, tugezaako kujjawo oba kujjanjaba byebeekozinze those symptoms and signs ne tulaba nga ziri ki zivaawo mu bulwadde oba mu bulamu bwo, naye nga tezina specific treatment nga bw'onoogamba nti kino ekirwadde kinnuma kirina eddagala bwekiti nedda. So ebiseera ebisinga tujjanjaba asymptomatically according to what we see oba what you presenting. Nkyabeebaza okuba nka mwekuumiddeko ku lutimbe luno olwa Big TV. Tuweereza programu eno okusinziira mu Aksaray Kumukape Big God Church. Nsaamu ekitiibwa abasumba baffe abaleeta ekirowoozo kino kwatulikinga ku bantu bangi nnyo abatulaba eyo betusharinga programu zino ku TV kuno kubeerako programu ez'enjawulo from morning between 6 and 7 tubeerawo ne daily bread. Kigambo kyakumakya kikuyamba okugenda nga emmeeme ye ezzeemu ku maanyi oba wafunye ebirooto bibi oba biki n'otuuka kugenda ku mulimu nga teweeraliikirira. So bambi tokimiisinga, kibeerawo between 6 and 7 okulaba ng'okiraba ogende nga ofunye uplifting mu mbeera yo. Then programu eno ey'obulamu Monday at 9 to 10. So tukyagenda maaso programu endala zonna endala zibanyonyola nga bwe tugenda maaso eyo. So ezo viral fevers was presenting waliwo eyazimbuuzizaako. Kati omuntu agamba ddi lwe ndaba omusawo nga nina viral fever, kwa nagamba ebiri engeri gyezikola ki gyezipresentingamu. Ku treatment zinabagambe tezina specific treatment. Abalala asobola okumira Panadol, asobola okumira diclofenac oba brufen, any of those simple pain killers nezikola ki nezireetamu relief mu mubiri gwe. Abalala ne waba tamize asobola okufuna ki relief. So ekizibu ekiriwo nti kumanya nti omubiri gwange gwina ekikyamu neetaaga okulaba omusawo nga bukyali. Nebaza mwenna abatweyunzeeko Mirembe Grace Admin mukama akuwa omukisa webale okutwegattako. Benon Blessing Washington webale kubeera nga weegasseeko. Julie Mugenyi webale kubanga weegasseeko. ICFC I salute you my pastor webale kubanga weegasseeko. Mwenna n'abalala bambi webale kuba nti mwegasseeko mwebalire ddala. Linda Maya Pastor Sematimba UK webale kuba nti weegasseeko bambi mukama abawa omukisa. Kyagenda maaso ne programu yaffe obulamu. Then there is another tubadde tukyayogera ku bulamu twogedde ku how they are treated. There is no specific treatment to treating according to the symptoms ziba zipresenting. Zino symptoms we zijja tufuna over the counter medicine fever reducers waliwo Panadols, Ibuprofen ziyamba okureducing omusujja guno. Okunywa amazzi agawerako, having enough rest, taking antiviral medication. For example, if it is a viral infection ekuloni bakuwa antiviral drugs nga zijjanjaba infection, then omusujja ne gugenda in the long run. Then okutuula mu lukewarm bath ne kireeta okukakanya ki omubiri gwo oba okwiza omuntu kitwandise tepid sponging. Abantu bagimanyisa okukendeza ku musujja ogwo bwe gutyo. Abalala bagenda ne bagula kye tuyita Tamiflu. Tamiflu has become ekozeseddwa nnyo abantu abatera okugula eddagala bagimanyi eyambayambako naye nga yengeri eyo gye tugenda okukola ki gy'oyinza okuziyizaamu oba okugezaako okulaba ng'ojjanjaba omusujja guno gwe tuyise viral fever. Bwe tugenda mu maaso bw'oba oyina omusujja, for example ddala ng'olinamu difficult severe headache omutwe nga teguli si mutono wabula nga gukuluma, you have that severe headache, there is difficulty in breath, chest pain, abdominal pains, frequent vomiting, a rash, a stiff neck, confusion oba convulsions. Bisomye mangu bino. Tino, if you have severe headache, difficulty in breath, chest pain, abdominal pains, frequent vomiting, rash, a stiff neck, confusion and some convulsions, please seek immediate medical attention. If you have these symptoms, when they are severe headache, difficulty in breath, chest pain, abdominal pain, frequent vomiting, stiff neck, confusion and convulsions, don't hesitate to seek medical attention. Because I've told you that viral infections, after 3 to 5 days, they may go away, or viral fever may go away after 5 to 7 days. But if these things are presenting in a severe state, even if it is the first day, please seek medical attention. Don't wait for the symptoms to subside by themselves. Kyembagamba nti obufuna ebintu bino ng'omutwe gukuluma nnyo, osesema, kifuba kikuluma, tossa bulungi, olubuto lukuluma, tolinda, genda olabe omusawo kuba kitegeeza nti obulwadde bw'amaanyi tebugenda buyinza obutawona nga bw'obadde osuubira. Ate kiba kikendeeza ne ku bantu abafa oba ne self medication problems zetujja okwogerako mu maaso awo. So viral infections ze zitera okuleeta viral fever. In most cases it's as a result of viral infections. Thank you for watching Big G TV. I'm here to tell you again that we have worship experience. Worship experience is going to be there this coming Friday, 28th of August. It will start at 8:30 till dawn. 8:30 till 8:30. Program ejja kuba ekola ki? Tujja kuba tutandika abaweereza abasinza bonna bagenda kubeera mu kifo kino from all different churches. They will come and worship with us. All born again churches in Turkey are going to congregate with us at Big Good Church Kumkape. Bw'otuuka ku Zilat Bank otambulako meters ziringa 5 n'otuuka ojja kulaba Big Good Church. Bambi yita mukwano gwe, yita muganda wo, bajje babeerewo next Friday worship experience. Make sure that you don't miss. Tukyagenda maaso n'okwogera ku program obulamu oba n'okwennyonnyola ku bulamu bwaffe. Programu eno etuweerezebwa oba tugiweereza in partnership with Raising Hope Uganda, basangibwa Kamwokya. Mikwano gyaffe gino bakola ku baana oba bayamba okubudaabuda abaana abalina obulwadde buno obwa sickle cells n'abantu abakulu. So mubeeyo ne woba olina ekizibu kyonna kyonoonya, omwana we alina sickle cells, tolina kubudaabudibwa, otidde tomanyi ki kyakukola, please try to go to Raising Hope International Friends. Basangibwa Kamwokya. Bajja kuyamba okuwa ku magezi, okuyamba okulaba nga osobola okubaako bw'omanaginga omwana ono ng'oli waka n'ebintu byonna ebikwatagana ne sickle cell disease. Bakola ku bintu ebirala naye nga buno obulwadde bwe basinga okumejalinga in okulaba nti bayamba abo abantu abaweddemu essuubi. So Raising Hope International Friends, they are our partners in this program. Tugenda ddala maaso. Twogedde ku viral fevers. I will not say much about them. Kwamba agambe every viral infection plus some bacterial infections can cause viral fevers. Tugenda ddala maaso. Let us go now. We are going to talk about coughs and colds in adults. Tugenda kuzoogerako olw'ensonga nti waliwo ebibuuzo ebyasenga bibuuzibwa. How these coughs can be treated. Why am I given antibiotics when I go to meet a doctor or a physician? Ng'abantu beebuuza ebintu ebikwatagana ku coughs and colds. Tugenda kubaako bye tubyogerako ate tulyoke tweyongere maaso. Coughs zisobola okupresentinga buli muntu ffenna in a lifetime we've experienced a cough or a cold. Nsuubira ffenna tufunyeeko okukola ki okunyiza n'okufeesa kubanga bibeerawo buno obuwuka buli so common everywhere, especially mu budde naddala obw'enkuba, mu budde obw'obunnyogovu abantu tutera okufuna okutawaanyizibwa obulwadde obwo ku mibiri gyaffe. So tugenda kwogera oli yabuuza nti why won't my doctor give me antibiotics? Why won't my doctor give me antibiotics? Twabagambye nti no, colds and coughs are viral infections. They are considered viral infections. So antibiotics kill bacteria, not viruses. Kyekisooka. Antibiotics kill bacteria, not viruses. So bw'ogenda omusawo omugambo olina cold and a cough n'agamba sigenda ku antibiotic, gw'ate oyagala kugula simanya argument oyagala kugula ki walaba gundi amumira, muneetaba mulalu. Colds and coughs, antibiotics tezizikolako. Guyinza ozimira n'owooza nti tezikozeeko naye nedda. Antibiotics zikola nnyo ku bacterial infections but not viral infections. So colds and coughs are grouped under viral infections. That's why antibiotics are not recommended or are not prescribed. Simanyi oba omuntu yabuze ekibuuzo ekyo muzzeemu tino omusawo lwaki tampa antibiotics nga mugambe nina cold and cough. Munnaaye antibiotics zita bacteria, tezita viruses, whereas cold and cough are considered to be viral infections. Okay, tugenda ddala maaso. Colds and most coughs and sore throats are caused by viruses. So antibiotics will not help you in any way. They will not help you. They may help in some viral infections to feel better faster, but they won't treat. Get me right. These ones don't treat. Antibiotics don't treat viral infections, but they may help you feel better faster. Or they may make the healing process faster. However much they don't treat. Treating is getting rid of something. Ngawe ngama tulizoka ku bacterial infections zigetinga either ziremovinga oba zizirekezaawo okumultiplyinga, naye we wano ku viral infections antibiotics tezisobola kukola ki kuba nti zizitreatinga olw'ensonga nti no viruses are not affected by antibiotics can't do, and they don't have that much effect on viruses. So using antibiotics when they are not needed can do more harm than good. Okukozesa antibiotics nga tetukoze eki nga tetuzeetaaga kireeta obuzibu bungi nnyo nnyo mibiri gyaffe. Kyova olaba nti abasawo otuuka nagamba ki ekikuluma kansooke nkebere, gwogamba gundi bamuwa augmentin, gundi bamuwa fragile, gundi bamuwa ki. This is wrong. Tukikola mu ngeri enkyamu, era n'omusawo otuukayo ng'agamba bugambi ki ekikuluma n'atandika okugirayo antibiotic munnaye. That is a bad thing. Antibiotics are meant to be given especially after knowing what you are dealing with, because specific antibiotics are made for specific alignments. Not every antibiotic is given in every condition. So ekyo nakyo munnaye twetaaga okukimanya nti antibiotics zino zirina obuzibu bwazo. Leero ngenda kukuwaako some of the little problems of these antibiotics. Bw'olumira antibiotics zisobola okuleeta resistance mu buwuka ne butandika ofuuka resistant. That is if they are not needed in your body. There may come a resistance. Tino otuuka ekiseera omubiri ne gumanyira eddagala, obuwuka n'otuuka okubufuna nga tebusobola kubeera worked upon by that antibiotic, kubanga wagimira mu bukyamu wali togyetaagira, kuba gundi yakugamba tewafuna keberebwa. So this is what happens. I salute you, Pastor Greg, my dog. Thank you for being part of this program. I miss you. Thank you for ministering. May the Lord bless you for me. Tukyagenda maaso mbadde nokayisa omwami oyo mukulu nnyo mu bulamu bwange, naye muweereza Esther Biacho. Thank you for joining this program. Tukyagenda maaso with the program Obulamu or your health. The resistance that is, these bacteria start to build resistance to these antibiotics. That is if you're taking them wrongly. And most of us in our homes, at our workplaces, everywhere, we are consuming antibiotics like food. Each and everything that comes to our body, we want to take antibiotics. But I want to be very critical on this point. Antibiotics are so dangerous. They may be medicine, but they are dangerous to our bodies. Because once these bacteria or other infections get resistant to some of these drugs, certain alignments may be difficult to treat. And once an alignment becomes difficult to treat, then it means some of us will stay with certain problems, maybe till we die. Please, let us be cautious, especially when we are using antibiotics. Antibiotics are good, but when given in right doses and for the right problems. So, I was giving you one of the problems or the harms caused by these antibiotics when taken, especially when they are not needed. As with other medications, they may cause allergies or other side effects. These antibiotics have got side effects. They cause allergies or other side effects. And some side effects are not good, in that some of them go deep and destroy or cause damage to our internal organs. When some of the organs are destroyed or damaged, it may be difficult for your body to function fully well later on in life, or even in that immediate time. So please, let us be cautious when you are taking these antibiotics. Soon we shall talk about antibiotics in details. The program for antibiotics is coming. We will discuss more about these antibiotics, their side effects, when should they be used, when shouldn't they be used. I will tell you more about antibiotics, but because we are still talking about viral infections, I brought that as a by the way or as an NB, so that we are cautious, especially when we are taking these drugs. So let us go on. So understanding your symptoms. So when viruses infect your respiratory system, for example nose, throat and chest, they cause any of the symptoms that we've talked about in the previous programs. For example, there is a runny or stuffy nose, there is coughing, at times sore throat, there is sneezing, watery eyes, headache, body aches, fever, chills and tiredness. We've talked about these. I'm repeating them because I told you that at times these symptoms are the same for different alignments. But why it is important to see your doctor, why it's important to go to the hospital is we differentiate, or we get to know the specific cause of the symptoms. Because when we look at what we've been studying in the previous programs, you'll find that some of the signs and symptoms are similar. So when you're home and you want to become your own doctor, it will be difficult to differentiate the primary cause of these signs or symptoms. That is why it is so important you go and see a qualified medical profession. You go and see a qualified medical personnel to help you find out the primary cause of the signs or symptoms your body is exhibiting. So please, as I keep saying, don't forget that we are not telling you to treat yourselves from home. What we are doing is we are trying to help you get to know how certain diseases manifest, how they present, and when you see a given sign or symptom, what should you do? Should you be worried? Yes, worrying is okay, but it's not enough to worry and start treating yourself. Worry while you're running to the hospital. Worry knowing that there is somebody trained to help you in a given area. So let us continue. So I was telling you that most of the viral infections present with almost the same, like bacterial, all other fungal infections. There is that runny or stuffy nose, coughing, sore throat, sneezing, watery eyes. Because right now we are talking about colds and coughs. We started with the question, I went to the doctor, they refused to give me antibiotics. Wasn't this doctor wrong? Did he know what he was doing? Yes, he knew what he was doing, because I told you from that question where we began from that antibiotics are not used to treat viral infections. They are used in bacterial infections and some other infections. So when somebody doesn't give them or prescribe them in the viral infection, for example, a cold and a cough, don't think that this man or woman is mad. They know what they are doing. Please try to follow what they are telling you. Let us continue. So as we've seen how these diseases present, there is that runny or stuffy nose, there is coughing, sore throat, sneezing, watery eyes, headache, body aches, little fever and chills, plus some tiredness. These signs will present, you go to the doctor. There are these over-the-counter medicines sold. We talked about Tamiflu. People buy it and use it, and actually some people have used it in the pandemic times to use it to relieve some of the symptoms. We are going to talk a little bit about corona, because cold and coughs are in the line of the respiratory diseases that have some similar symptoms with the coronavirus. We've seen and read a lot about corona, but we shall just throw a little light about corona disease, because we have little time left to talk about these things. So we are continuing. So is it normal for symptoms of the viral infections to last up to 14 days, sometimes even longer? That was another question. Is it normal for symptoms of a viral infection to last over 2 weeks or longer? Yes, for most people it is over 10 days, around 10 days. Although cough may last for 3 weeks, that is 21 days. It is so possible, but at times it goes even beyond that, depending on the region where you are, on how you're feeding, or on how you're trying to treat what is causing the problem to your body. So should you worry about sore throat? Yes, you should, because in normality you're not supposed to have a sore throat. If you take the normal preventive recommended herbs and there's no relief, you're supposed to see a doctor. If you take lemons, for example, hot water with lemon plus honey, and there is no change for 1, 2, 3 weeks. Why do you continue taking that without seeking medical advice? Actually, if anything lasts more than 3 days in your body and you try anything and there is no change, if you can't go on the first day, at least don't miss the third day to go to the hospital or to contact a medical professional to help you out solve that puzzle. Because these things are confusing in a way that they present in almost the same way, just that these simple differences are always at least sorted by medical professionals with help of laboratory tests. That's how we get to choose which is the right medicine to give you. At times it's not by guesswork, but when you come and tell me how you're feeling, I get to know, oh, this person is feeling like this. This may be the cause. So when I send you to the lab, I know what to write, what they should check, so that I confirm what I think is causing the problem. So please don't hesitate to go to hospitals when you get this. I'm going to talk a little bit about corona because people have talked about corona everywhere. There is corona. So today I'm going to give you a little hint in the remaining 10 minutes before I sign out. We've talked about the COVID affects different people in different ways. COVID-19, as it is usually known, its name that is globally known, COVID-19. Because we are talking about colds and cough, there is some similarities in the signs and symptoms. So I want to run through this so that next time we are talking about something else. We are continuing with the program. It is called Obulamu Health Program that runs every Monday 9 to 10. So please don't miss this program. We talk about health issues with different personnel in different medical fields. Many people are still coming out to present on this program, so don't be worried when you see a different face on a different day. Today I'm sitting in for somebody who's supposed to sit here. Tomorrow I may not be, another person will be here. So this program is a continuous program about your health, about my health, how we are supposed to prevent certain diseases, and how we are supposed to go about certain alignments, the ones that can be treated at home and the ones that can be treated in the hospital, what we can prevent and what we can leave for the medical personnel to deal with. So there is a lot that we are supposed to do here. There is a lot we are supposed to share. Please send in your questions. What you don't understand, there is a number running on your screen which is 0534 8829 123. If you want your questions, you can send them to that number to be answered. You can send them to that number. You can use our Facebook page, send your question directly. If it is a secret question you don't want it to be aired, you can still send it on that WhatsApp number on your screen. I'll answer that question myself with other medical personnel. So thank you for watching this program. Thank you for being part of this program. We are so blessed and honored to have you sit every Monday from 9 to 10. You give us that full hour of your time and you watch this program. This program is presented by Big Go TV in association with Raising Hope Uganda. These people are found in Kamocha, Kampala, Uganda. If you've been to Uganda, you know where Kamocha is. They are helping people with the sickle cell disease, from children to adults, but mainly with the kids. If you have any problem with the sickle cell disease, what you want to know about the sickle cell disease, anything concerning sickle cell disease, they do other activities, but given this is a healthy program, we are talking about what is measured in health, which is sickle cell disease. So please, you can contact this thing. You can look them up on your on Google or on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. They are called Raising Hope Uganda, and they deal with this they deal with sickle cell disease, especially in kids, how to manage them, the stigma, sensitization, everything about sickle cell. Please try to contact them if you have any questions or queries. As I was saying, we are talking about questions that were sent to me about coughs and colds, why somebody wasn't given antibiotics, and I was trying to explain why this person wasn't given antibiotics, because he had a cold and a cough. So COVID-19 presents in different ways. I'm not going to go through the whole epidemiology of COVID-19. We've had it, so I'm going to give you something little. It manifests in different ways in different people. For example, it starts from mild to moderate to severe. These stages, mild, moderate to severe. Many people may present with this disease that some can be treated from home, others from clinics, and others have to be hospitalized in big hospitals whereby even they are put on oxygen because they can't breathe. So some of the most common symptoms are fever. There is that fever, dry cough, and tiredness. Fever, dry cough, and tiredness. These are the major three signs that are so evident. Fever, tiredness, and dry cough are some of the most common symptoms. Then there are some other symptoms that are not so common. They are less common. For example, you have aches and pains everywhere. Aches and pains, they are continuous, day in, day out. You don't do vigorous exercises, but your body is aching morning to night, Monday to Sunday. This may be a sign of COVID-19. You have sore throat. For example, this sore throat that lasts 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If it is not tonsillitis, then it may be this. So that's why it is so good that if you exhibit any of these signs, you go and seek medical attention so that we can rule out all these differentiations and we get to the real diagnosis, because some of the prognosis of these diseases is worse, or actually it is death. So let us be careful. I've started with the most common ones, which is dry cough, fever, and tiredness. Then the less common symptoms may be aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, headache, loss of appetite, loss of weight, a rash on the skin, the curling of the fingers and the toenails. This all happens, and it is in the less common. Less common means that they are not so evident, not that they don't manifest, but they are not that evident that everybody will see them, like dry cough, fever, or tiredness. They may exhibit, but on a low scheme or on a low rate, whereby many people don't pay attention to these. So in other words, when you see anything that is abnormal, or when your body behaves in any abnormal way, please, it is right or it is advisable you seek medical attention. You try to find out the cause before things run out of hand. So I've given you these ones. The less common symptoms: aches and pains, there may be diarrhea, sore throat, conjunctivitis, discoloration of the finger and toenails, there may be conjunctivitis, headaches, and loss of appetite, plus at times loss of weight, because when you lose appetite you take in less, so there is emaciation of the body. Then there are some serious symptoms when they become severe, and they're becoming so serious. For example, there is difficulty in breathing. I've told you this disease presents in a way that some people get mild signs and symptoms, others get moderate signs and symptoms, and then other people get severe signs and symptoms. So it is treated in different ways because it has no specific treatment, but it is treated depending on what signs you're exhibiting at a given stage or at a given time when this disease is discovered in your body. When it is when it is mild, it can be treated from home with some simple treatment. When it is moderate, you may go to the clinic, get some drugs, and go home. When it becomes severe, you may be hospitalized and given treatment. So it depends on which stage or which category of the three where you fall after diagnosis. So I keep reminding you that everything is simple when we work with the medical personnel. we can't do this alone. We need you to help us so that we can lower the death rates. Why we are doing this is we are trying to make people aware of what is happening around them so that we can lower the death rate. In that, when I borrow a word from the Bible says, the Lord says that my people are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. So we are trying to impart you with some knowledge that you're not, you're not green when you go to the hospital. When they tell you something, at least you have something, like you have a baseline to where to start from, given that at least somebody enlightened you about a given disease or a given alignment. So these are some of the symptoms that can present with COVID-19. The serious symptoms: there's difficulty in breath or shortness of breath, there's chest pain or pressure, and there's loss of speech or movement. Now this is serious. When there is loss of speech or movement, somebody just starts pointing, you get to know that this thing is serious and this person needs medical attention. These signs of COVID-19 may manifest between 5 to 6 days, but may go up to 14 days depending on your immunity, because even in some people it manifests in the duration below 3 days, or starting from 3 days to 6 days, but on average it is 5 to 6 days, which can go up to 14 days when the symptoms manifest after you catching the disease or after being exposed to the disease, to the virus of COVID-19. I want to send out shouts to Abraham, Birichi, Rita Fortune, Asan Asha. Thank you for being part of this program. Thank you for loving Big God TV. Judy Mugenyi, thank you for being part of this. Pastor Greg, I'm so honored and humbled. Thank you for watching. And everybody else who's there watching, who's sharing, please, thank you. May God bless you for me. Okay, let us continue. We are continuing. I've been talking about COVID-19, the signs and symptoms, how it presents, because I was talking about colds and coughs, and I said I'm going to throw some little light about COVID-19 because it is almost in the same line of respiratory infection. So I wanted to throw some light so that we deal with this and finish it, and next time we are talking about something else, because we have a lot in store for you. So make sure you don't miss any of our programs, and don't forget worship experience on the 28th of this month at Big God Church. So we are continuing. I've said severe symptoms of COVID-19 may be difficulty in breath, lack of speech or loss of speech, and then there may be chest pain or pressure, whereby somebody can't talk, somebody feels like there's heaviness in the chest, somebody even can't say out a word. These are the severe symptoms. I gave you from mild to severe symptoms, and I've told that when you get exposed to the virus, it may manifest between 5 to 6 days or go up to 14 days to manifest in your body, so that you exhibit the signs and symptoms of COVID-19. Okay. Benon Blessing, Remember Grace, Blue Candle, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking this program. Now we are continuing. On average it takes these 5 to 6 days, but it can go up to 14 days for this disease to show the signs and symptoms. So how do you prevent COVID-19? They have talked about this. It is running on every TV channel, on every website. You see COVID-19. We know everything. It starts with personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is paramount. You have to wash your hands with soap or use sanitizers if you can't access water, or wash your hands with water if you don't have soap. So it is about washing or personal hygiene, washing your hands after each and every activity, After touching each and every surface that is used publicly, you have to wash your hands or sanitize. After touching any communal place or communal occupied place, you have to sanitize or wash your hands with water and soap for around 20 seconds. Washing is for around 20 seconds. You can sing happy birthday 5 times while you're washing. You wash in each and every part. You also wash at the back of the palms. Happy birthday 5 times is enough. After that, you know that you've thoroughly washed your hands. Now, you wear masks. These masks are good. You use your elbow while coughing. You don't cough without touching your mouth. Actually, you don't need to touch it. You just have to cough within your bent elbow like this. You cough so that you control the spread if at all you're infected, even if you're not infected, but it is wise you cough within your elbow. After that, you move your elbow. There is the control of the spread of what? Of the virus, if at all you have any. Don't touch your eyes and nose. This touching your eyes, nose every time is also prohibited. If you're to prevent this disease, you cover your nose and mouth with elbow while you're coughing, and stay at home. If you don't have anything to do, don't move around aimlessly. Stop wandering around the streets to see who's not working, who's not doing what. Move with a specific aim. Don't just move around town because there is no lockdown. So move with a purpose and aim. Don't just move, and avoid crowded areas or crowded places if at all you can. In summary, wearing masks alone can't prevent COVID-19, but there is wearing masks combined with physical distancing. For example, you distance yourself from other people, especially people who use public means like trains, like buses. You distance yourself from these people. You don't crowd yourselves in a given spot. So with masking, keeping distance and keeping personal hygiene or washing hands, it is so easy to prevent, or is one of the ways we can prevent or combat the spread of this disease. We are still continuing with our program Obulamu or Health Issues on Bigo TV. This program airs every Monday and it is aired by different medical personnel. Today it's Mitch with Arnold sitting in, but next week you may see somebody else, but I believe I'll be here to continue with the program. We are talking about viral infections, how they affect our body, how they present, how we can prevent some of them, and what we can do for the ones we can't prevent. We are continuing with the questions asked about cold and flu. I talked about COVID-19 because it is a viral infection and it attacks the respiratory system. Okay, so when to worry about coughs? Somebody was asking, when should I worry about a cough? When should I worry about a cough? Coughs are annoying, but at times they are not that serious. At least these coughs are annoying because they can't go in a single day. They are annoying, but they are not that serious at times that somebody is coughing to an extent that person is not breathing, unless it is the severe state. But these normal mild coughs, they are annoying. You get that irritation. So when should somebody worry about a cough? If after 14 days the cough is persistent, there is no change, you've tried every home remedy and there is no change, you've taken a lot of water, you've taken over-the-counter medicines, you've done everything and there is no change, please seek medical advice or go to the hospital. And I wouldn't even advise you to wait for these 3 weeks, but I'm just answering this question. This person was asking, when should I worry about the cough? When the cough persists for more than 14 days, that is 2 weeks, please seek medical advice. Seek medical attention, call your doctor, go to a physician, let them look at you, let them tell you what the problem is. Okay, so I'm looking at questions, that's why I'm pausing. I think I've answered that. There was another question. When should I worry about sore throat? Okay. Sore throats can also be worried. Sore throats are irritating, not like coughs, but because you can't take it anything when you have a sore throat, you prefer cold things. So the way the sore throat presents, or the cause of the sore throat, if at all under treatment, you may wait like up to 10 to 14 days to worry. Because if you're taking medicine for the cause of the sore throat, and after 10 days there is no change, then you should start getting worried. If you have mild sore throat, and after 3 days, even if you take honey with lemon and hot water, there is no change, you shouldn't get worried, but you should go and visit a doctor. So worrying varies on how you feel, but my advice would be in this instance that whenever you get anything that you don't understand, or anything that is abnormal and concerns health, please contact a qualified medical personnel to help you out. Because everybody can do this, but few people can do the right thing. So this question, I'm answering it that 3 days are enough. Don't wait for the 10 days, unless when you're under medication. You can wait up to 10 to 14 days and get that worry in you. But if there is no medication, the mild onset, 3 days, you've taken honey, there is lemon, there is no change, and there's no other symptom or any other causing factor that you can identify by yourself, please seek medical advice. Some people can even give you advice. Some people can even do checkups at a low cost. Some people do it for free. In some countries, some hospitals are free. Please seek medical advice. That is the way to go. That is the way we can fight this death rate. Because one of the missions of this program is to make people aware of the problems or of the leading cause of some of the things that lead to an increased death rate within a year. So that question, I've answered it that way, that when there is that sore throat, 3 days are enough. If by 3 days there is nothing, please seek medical advice. So does thick green mucus mean I need an antibiotic? Does thick green mucus mean I need an antibiotic? Let me see how many minutes are we remaining with. Hey, I'm going to start with this question next week. Does thick green mucus mean I need an antibiotic? Yes, you may need, no, you may not need it. But I'm going to answer that question next week. Thank you for joining me for this program this week. Thank you for being part of this program. I salute each and everyone who has spent time watching, who has spent time sharing. Please, thank you so much. from Lembe Grace, Benon, Washington, Blue Candle, Rashida Shiba. Thank you so much, Julie Mugenyi, Namkwaya Ann, my pastor, Pastor Greg, Pastor Pat Barrows, Abraham Richie, Rita Fortune, Asan Asha, Esther Biacho, Julie Mugenyi, Pastor Sematimba, UK, Linda Maya. Thank you so much for watching this program. Thank you for being part of this program. It airs every Monday from 9 to 10 p.m. Only that today we began a little bit late, but thank you for being part of this program. I've been Tibira Arnold, sitting in for all our medical personnel that are going to be presenting this program. But I pray that the good Lord bless you, keep you from me till next time. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a